Chen is pretty interesting, busy person, always willing to take challenges, try new things, and create possibilities. Let's start our interview.
So
But
how
are
many
you?
things have you tried? Like how many different business or industries have you tried?
I tried many of them, and they are not necessarily related at all. But they are kind of like I got the ideas from one to the other. Um, I basically I started at Goldman Sachs first and doing finance and stuff, and then I been working in the company for 5 years, um, and I left the company earlier this year. But since my second year at Goldman, I started to do my own business. We started a restaurant here in Salt Lake City. It's a Asian milk tea franchise. It's called Meat Fresh. We started that in from the second year when I was at Goldman, and that was before COVID. And we literally opened during the starting of COVID. That's the time that everyone was so panicked and like it started to work from home and everything. And we did construction during the first lockdown. But and then what happened was still like on our first day of opening, everyone was just there. There was a line out there, and there were like probably 100 people out there, and I don't even see the end of the line. And we had to close the store early. It was only the soft opening, and we were supposed to like close at 9 p.m. and we ended up close at like somewhere close to 7 p.m. because the entire the employee crew was so tired and their hands were shaking and doing all the work.
My
So we had to
God.
close early. Yeah, but it went really well, and the store is still open right now, and we just this is kind of like a side business. One of the first side business that I did, and I also worked with some other people like doing house flipping, and later on we got along and managed to borrow money and purchase a land and build an apartment and stuff like that. And then like there's ChatGPT open, right? There's ChatGPT, and it's like everybody's using it. It's so useful. So as a business owner myself, I don't have time to reply on the reviews from Google My Business. So I could just work with two software engineers and ask them to build a software. Basically, it's an automatic reply. We got an API from Google, and it's automatically reply the reviews for business owners. Uh, because ChatGPT is a language model, and they read through the entire scenario when someone posts it, like whether it's a good experience or bad. They can read it and reply based on the situation. So it's pretty good. There are a few bad cases, but in general, it's still good. We have like about 100 users now.
I
Mm,
feel like you're a very complicated person because you're hopping on many different things. So if you have
right.
about 30 seconds to introduce yourself to others, how would you see yourself? How would you describe yourself?
I would say that I have the mindset of entrepreneur. Like I'm willing to try different things, and I always keep thinking what I can help or change. Like when I see a problem myself, or when I see a problem when I go outside, and if there's a problem there, I would think if that's a problem for everybody, and what's the good solution for that. And I would start to do things. I will gather the people who have, because I have a business partner. I have actually two business partners, and we work on different ideas all together. Like we have all these companies all together. Like we are the founders of all three, actually four different companies. So um, we talk about it, and we evaluate the idea, and then we do things. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
like, since you have already done a lot of business development, startup stuff, um, which field is the one that you interested in most?
Mainly focusing, right? You mean?
Yeah,
Well, I
like
think like I
what you want to
personally,
do in the future.
I yeah. So like I guess like I asked myself the same question like so many times throughout the years, because it's a hard question to answer. Like I really don't see myself like are interested in a certain industry. Let's say like I open a restaurant or a milk tea store. I don't personally drink all those kind of boba teas and stuff like that. I don't like I guess I only after the store open I pretty much only drink like maybe about less than 20 cups of milk tea myself. but I like the process. Like for all of the different things that I've been doing, I like the process of solving problems. I like seeing challenges every day. Like the boring part about doing a job at Goldman Sachs or any like big corporates or offices, like you are doing the job that you're assigned to do. Even though there are different challenges every day, but it's still like it's something that you're assigned and you're trying to resolve the same problem over and over again. It's just for different clients. But here, like I'm meeting new problems and meeting new people. There's like legal problem that I need to resolve. There's like people management that are like budgeting, like everything and fundraising. So different kinds of problems. That excites me the most. So I don't have a preference of which industry that I really like, but I like working in a environment that keeps changing and requires like I like actually working in a very stressed environment, like try to resolve the problems and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't like, I'm not motivated by money or not motivated by, like accomplishment or a compliment from other people, or, like some people are motivated by, some words, good words from the managers and things like that. I think I'm mainly like self-motivated of doing all these kind of things.
I'm a little bit curious by checking out your social media. I saw some picture that you had you took some photos with a very famous star in China, in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Not in Hong Kong.
What happened? Can you tell me the story behind? Oh, Chicago.
So it's just like in Chicago. So he was here for a tour. He was here in a tour, and we ended up like we know his agent. His agent is actually quite famous. I feel like his agent is more famous than him, in my personal opinion. Yeah, she's like very famous. Like she writes so many lyrics for many famous singers. Including some like even bigger names than him. So I think like his agent is actually pretty cool. So we know her, and we ended up like we stayed in the same hotel, and yeah, that's what happened.
What kind of tour? Did you lead the tour?
No, so like he just like had a world concert tour, and he was on his tour. His first station, I don't know where, but I think it was in Vegas, and then later on he moved to from the west coast to the east. So we met in Chicago. Yeah.
It was very surprising,
We saw why.
Like, he's a superstar. I listened to his song when I was 3.
Really? Yeah, that means he's really old, and we are pretty old too. He's a really fun person.
He is?
Yeah, he's actually really fun. Like he's like more funnier than when he's in front of the media. Like he there's full of jokes, and his team is cool, and he's pretty nice to his like dancers and everything. So he's a nice person in general.
Here comes to the last question. What is the craziest thing you did in your life?
It was like during COVID, and the restaurant was like struggling a little bit in the winter time because of some people issue. And I guess that's also why like I need to attend this MBA program just to learn more about how to resolve those conflicts. But anyway, so we had an issue in the restaurant, and 3 people, like I fired 3 people. I had to fire them. I didn't want to fire them, but I had to fire them at a Sunday night. I had to do the work myself in the restaurant 10 days and 11 hours in a row. And meanwhile, logged into Goldman Sachs, I'm doing like trading stuff on this side and making like drinks for customers. So it happened like for about 10 days, a little bit over a week, until I successfully trained another manager there to replace me. But that was a time that I had to, get up at 7 in the morning to work on my company stuff, work on Goldman stuff, and I try to finish everything before noon because that's when the restaurant opens. And then I will take my computer to the store and have it online and work on the restaurant until like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So it's like a 12 hours, like probably more than that. It's more than 12 hours of probably 16 hours, I guess, from 7 in the morning till like 9 or 10 p.m. at night, and 10 days in a row because we don't close on weekends or any days. Like we open 365 days a year.
By the way, I want to mention Chen is a double bear. Welcome back to Berkeley.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.